Welcome back to Worldview. Now the U.S. Supreme Court taketh away, but then it giveth back. Yesterday it gutted the 50 Years of Voting Rights Act, and southern states wasted no time passing restrictive voting measures that will affect black and brown-skinned people that would not have been legal just a day earlier. But now it's party time, and party time in California for a different reason. The Supreme Court today issued a pair of rulings expanding gay rights, ruling a 1996 law, the Defense of Marriage Act, denying federal benefits to legally married same-sex couples was unconstitutional, and cleared the way for California to legalize same-sex marriage. And in California's Proposition 8 case, the court ruled opponents of same-sex marriage did not have standing to appeal a lower court ruling that overturned California's ban. And while the Supreme Court's ruling appears to remove legal obstacles to same-sex couples marrying in California, the court did not issue a broad ruling likely to affect other states. Joining us today from Los Angeles to talk about both these cases is a very happy regular contributor to our UK Progressive magazine and other progressive publications, Carl Matthes. Carl is president of UGLA, that's the Uptown Gay and Lesbian Alliance. They're a grassroots organization in Northeast Los Angeles, which is currently celebrating its 30th anniversary. UGLA provides a support system for gay men and lesbians and education for individuals and the community at large on the true nature of homosexuality. Now, he's a columnist and advisor to the Lesbian News, the oldest lesbian publication in America, and it's owned and published by his sister Ella. Carl Matthes, welcome to Worldview.
Well, my pleasure. I'm glad to talk with you this morning.
Now, these two cases have a special significance to you since in July of 2008, you legally married Cal Johnson, your partner of 45 years, and in that same ceremony, your sister Ella and her partner GLAAD were also married. So let's start with what happened today. Help our global audience understand the Prop 8 case and what could have happened if that law had been upheld.
I think if the law had not been upheld, that would have denied the privilege of same-sex marriage to other couples within California. That would not have actually impacted on my marriage or my sister's marriage, as we are sort of outside the perimeter of that case. We already are legally married and already have been recognized by the state of California as being legally married.
So Prop 8 was sent back to the lower court, making that ruling, overturning it, stand for California only, and your marriage stands. Let's talk again now about DOMA, the Defense of Marriage Act, and what it would have meant if that case was found constitutional around issues of pensions, Social Security, benefits, estate taxes, etc.
Well, I think, once again, to understand that you're married legally, but that you don't really have the full force of the federal government behind you, and that really impacts in a financial way. For instance, that we cannot legally file joint IRS tax returns. However, in the state of California, where we're legally married, we can file joint state returns. So by making this legal from the government standpoint, let's say that they had said, yes, it's legal, that would still have denied us any benefits such as Social Security, benefits from when the partner passes away. Also, there are other laws, 1,100 laws that would still impact upon us not being a legally married couple.
So what is your reaction to the ruling today, Carl?
Well, my reaction really is joyful, because I think that with this full weight of the government now that's a quote, the Supreme Court quote is on our side, in the sense that the federal government has no interest whatsoever in denying equal rights to married couples who share the same sex. What the government has really said now is that couples who want to get married have an equal footing, regardless of whether they're same-sex or opposite-sex couples. So it's really a wonderful thing that's happened today. It's very joyful, and everyone's ecstatic, quite frankly.
We're speaking with Carl Matthes, the journalist in Los Angeles, California, about today's Supreme Court ruling overturning Prop 8 and the Defense of Marriage Act on Worldview with Dennis Campbell. Now, many here, Carl, would characterize this punishment of your union with Carl as crazy at best, no one's business, and punitive and discriminatory at worst. Talk about what it's been like since 2008, not knowing if your marriage would be upheld as a legal union.
Well, once again, Dennis, I like your questions a lot. Believe me, I'm with the rest of the global audience. We don't understand what the big thing is either. We were married legally within the state of California. We went to the clerk's office. We did everything everybody else did. And then suddenly that the court ruled that Prop 8 was constitutional and that therefore marriage would stop after about 90 days. And we were left in like a limbo. Like, well, no, actually we weren't. We were legal, but anybody else who was gay, lesbian, who wanted to get married could not do that. They had no option. They had no right. They had no legal foundation upon which to go to a clerk and say, hey, give me a marriage license like my friends have. So you could see right there that something's crazy. And the craziness, if I dare say, came from religion. And that's because in our state, the Mormon Church and the Roman Catholic Church poured millions of dollars into a campaign to demonize the lesbian gay community, making all of us into child molesters, and that we were only interested in somehow having 5-year-olds taught about same-sex relationships. So it's been that kind of a atmosphere for the last 5 years.
Carl, you've been an activist on AIDS and gay issues for dozens of years. The USA's mood seems to be changing rapidly on this issue. Yet yesterday, the court overturned 50 years of civil rights progress for African Americans. Is this issue finally settled? Is there a light at the end of the tunnel, or what else could become an oncoming train?
Well, now, if you're speaking about gay rights, for instance.
Yes, I am, sir.
Okay. Then the light at the end of the tunnel is this. There are now 13 states, California's just been added to the list, that where gay and lesbian people may be legally married. Okay. It also puts the Supreme Court behind that those couples as saying that they have an equal right to access to government policies that will benefit them. Now, someone in some state, let's say Texas or even Alabama or some, let's say like Illinois, they're going to come forward and say, hey, you can't, how come those people in California or wherever get all these rights, but I don't have any. So at this moment, my understanding is that in the pipeline of cases flowing to the Supreme Court, there are no gay lesbian cases that are going to be challenging the status quo of 13 states versus 37. They're not yet there, but I know it's going to come forward, and that's what everybody's talking about now. That this sets the groundwork for cases to come forward to start chipping away at this silliness that prevails, that these states have the state right, as in voting rights, for instance, you mentioned, to stop people from enjoying the full equality under the law in the United States.
Well, we'll be watching. It's truly an historic day, Carl. I can't wait to watch Rachel Maddow's reaction tonight.
Well, she's been on TV here. I must interject. She's been on TV here already this morning. I've never seen her smile so bright and bubbly. And they just had a panel with 3 gay people, their narrator and the head of the New York City Council and Rachel, all gay people. 2 out of 3 were now legally married, and Rachel was the only one not married, but I think she would probably be a good catch for somebody.
I wish you every success in your efforts, and I want to thank you for joining us here on Worldview.
It's been my pleasure, and I certainly appreciate having this time with you, Dennis.
We've been speaking with Carl Matthes of the Uptown Gay and Lesbian Alliance. He's a columnist for Lesbian News, was editor of the GLAAD LA, that's the Gay and Lesbian Alliance Against Defamation newsletter, and a former GLAAD national board member. Carl's also been a member of the board of the AIDS Healthcare Foundation, a global organization providing cutting-edge medicine and advocacy to over 200,000 patients in 28 countries. We spoke today about the U.S. Supreme Court overturning Proposition 8 and the Defense of Marriage Act. I'm certain you will hear champagne corks popping on his feed, even at 9 a.m. You're watching Worldview with Dennis Campbell. Stay right here.